Hey guys, Happy New Year's and welcome back to my channel. Now, this is the number one most highly requested video for me to make, and it's actually my account progression and gear showcase video. Now this is the second time that I've recorded this because I fucked up. I watched my old footage back and realized that my Twitch overlay that I have on right now blocked half of my gear because when I hovered over them, they were under the overlay. So I'm gonna move my gear video to the middle so I can properly do a showcase. To preface this video, I did a video like this last year on January 1st while I was still using Absolab/Tyrants, and at the time I said that was the last video that I was gonna make because I truly thought I was not gonna upgrade anymore. But you know, in the true spirit of addicted MMO gambler, yes, that was a fucking lie, and here we are with more gear. Yeah, I'm just gonna start now because I recorded this video like twice already. So please bear with me. Dark Totems, this one has 1 extra luck, and just Hunter Totem, nothing too special. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give like a brief like summary of the item, by the way, so if you want you can like kind of fast forward it and just pause if you want to see it. My sub ring, I bought the main pot clean. I scrolled it, star forced it, and the B pot. I'm pretty happy with it. And my reinforced ring is probably the ring that I got the most lucky on. 6 line, my very first time 6 lining an item. It was very pog. Probably one of my best. My Meister ring over here used to belong to my Hoyoung, which is my second main. Good thing it also uses luck, because I cubed the B-pot and it became better than my mains. So I did the swapperoo, I yoinked it from the Hoyoung, tossed my old Meister onto it, and yeah, here we are. This is a solid Golux ring. It's nothing too special. I think it's the same Golux ring I've had for a while. Don't mind it. I usually use Aurora when I boss or do content. This is just here for stuff like dojo, or you know, just stat pads, flex, whatever, you know. My own one and only Dark Boss set, which is the book. I bought it during the peak of the flame compensation, and I flamed it. I'm pretty happy with it, you know. It beat my cup by like 30 stats, so it was good. No regrets. Sorry. This is a new pendant. It actually came from my good friend / guild leader Tails. I rolled another 6-line pendant, but it gave him more range due to the fact that it had a lot of offstat on that one, and his pendant gave me range because of the attack line on the very bottom. So we kind of just did a gentleman's agreement, shook hands, and just traded pendants. Nothing asked. My friend Bob was flaming his int pendant, and he got this insane flame, and I was like, whoa, that's really good, but too bad your pendant's fucking int, Bob. Except he was like, yo, we'll trade. So I actually gave him one of my Hoyoung's pendant, and because I gave him one of my Hoyoung's pendant, I got this flame, and I was like, okay. So I spent some NX to cube the main pawn B pawn, and it's pretty nice. I like it. So since last year, I liberated. I killed BM with my party, and yes, this is my Jenny Claw. The B pot's kind of annoying. It technically 13 times beats this, but I can't be bothered to reroll. maybe I'll work on it during the next cube sale if I have nothing else to do. But I have a few projects that I work on anyways. So this is probably gonna stay like this for a long while. The flame is T6T6. And yeah, just gonna black flame that whenever I get the chance. This used to also be my Hoyon spell. It was equality cubed for 1299 offset, and the third line, the dex is like my substat, so you know it's okay. It's not a 6 line, but I count it as like a 5.25 maybe. You know. This is my hat. I believe I showed this off at the end of last year's video. My friend June is a DB and he was cubing for a CD hat. His hat was traced, mine's at the time was primed, and I was cubing mine, but I didn't get shit and I gave up. So he was like, hey, I wrote this and I have this B pot. It would be really good for you. I'm like, yeah, that would be really good for me. And he's like, your hat's primed? I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, all right, hand it over. I'm gonna cube your hat and you can keep mine. So I'm like, okay. But due to the fact that it was spell traced, I did what any insane, mentally ill person would do. I Arcane it, and I'm in the current process of ICOGing. So far, I think 5 slots have +6 attack with luck, and 1 slot had +4 attack, but it was +4 attack with like 6 luck, so you know, it evens out. I'm gonna try to finish it during the scroll sale, even though there's a new set coming out. I just don't want to leave it unfinished. It's kind of nice. Moving on, my tattoo. I don't think anything changed about it since my last tattoo. It's the same one. I think I've reflamed it though. So 42 dex, 42 luck, and 4 offset. I'm happy with it. This one I have mixed feelings about, okay? Because I did the transpose and all the cubing, I think 2 years ago when I first came back. And it was at a time where I did not know anything about flames. So I settled way too early, in my opinion. But the main pot and the B pot are nice. So I chose to stick with it until future dark boss sets. This is my shirt. I bought the main pot and the shirt was clean. So I did the scrolling, I did the flame, and I did the B pot. This is also ICOG'd, so it's 129 attack, 267 luck. It's pretty nice. I think one of my better items. And this also used to be my Hoyon's pants. For some reason, your mules will just suck up all the luck that your main wants, right? So I got this flame in like 10 eternal flames on my mule pants, and I was like, I can't leave that on the mule. So I cubed it, B-potted it, and I Arcano/ICOG'd it. Yeah. It's a lot of money in return scrolls, but you know, it's kind of worth it now. And since a year ago, I've fully converted from Absol/Tyrants to full Arcanes. And these are my Arcanes. I'll like kind of tell you how much they cost too, I guess, because I made everything from scratch. My shoes, my original shoes took about 10 bill to Star Force 22. It was primed. And I rolled 3-line offset on it. And quite coincidentally, I have a Xenon friend. His name is Sama. And I was like, yo, Sama, you want to tap yours and cube it for luck? And after some persuading, he did it. And he cubed the main pot for me. So all I had to do was the B pot and the flame, which turned out better than I thought. So I'm happy. My earring is is an item that I bought off my friend who was quitting, and he gave it to me for really cheap, so thank you, Hearn. This is still a very pretty item, even though the +1 is kind of useless. This is the first Arcane that I've 22'd, and I 22'd an Arcane shoulder because I was using Tyrants at the time, and the BIS shoulder for Tyrant users was an Arcane. So I actually bought the same friend. I bought Sama's shoulder, and it was 17 stars, and I spent like 5 bill, and it went 22. So I was like, huh, it's kind of sick. So I kind of just kept going with it. The scrolling is 6 attack, 6 attack, 6 attack on all three, with some mixture of luck in it, but I'm not sure how much. A little bit more than the dex, so I'm happy. These are my gloves. They took about 40 to 45 bill-ish to Star Force. I had a different pair of 2-line crit gloves, but the 3rd line was HP, and that like bothered me a lot. So what I did was I took my other pair of gloves and a arcane dagger that I had on my dual blade, and I went to one of my friends and was like, hey, you need a dagger, right? And you have this glove that I really want, so I'll give you a dagger and another 2-line crit gloves that was better stat than his for basically 10% luck. So I overpaid for the 3rd line basically. So after I got the glove off him, I had to actually inno it completely, and I had to prime it because his was not primed. So I innoed it, primed it, 22'd it, and I did the B pot. It's kind of a pain, but it turned out okay. The flame's decent, I think, for NightLords because of our weapon multiplier with attack. So it's good enough. Battleroid, nothing special. And here's my outlaw. I don't think I've ever changed it since I got it. It's kind of just an outlaw. I tried tapping it with my friend. We were doing a roulette between both of our outlaws, and we said, all right, whoever booms it gets the only replacement that we have, and he boomed his first, so I didn't even get to tap. Sag. My cape, I think, is my worst arcane piece. The main pot's fine, but the flame's kind of eh. The B pot's kind of eh. But I say it's the worst arcane piece because this shit took me 95 bill to Star Force, and it was quite painful, but we got it done. It's, if I want to fix it later in the future, I'll probably touch on it later, but it's not going to be for a while. My charm, it's probably the one item that I have that pisses me the hell off. The main pot has a 20% line, which is annoying, and the B pot has a 12% damage line, which is also annoying. So I've been making efforts to find / make a new charm, but nothing beats it so far that I can obtain. So we're settling for now. I have the Monster Parker medal, which is 10 IED. I don't think you can get better than this. I have the Black Swordsman, but I think the IED beats out the range gain. Since the last video, I cogged this for 666. I think the pots are the same. I'm not sure. And this is my emblem. 1299, 12-9, and 9 crit. It's actually my Phantom's emblem. I was training my Phantom Mule to 250 for the percent meso effects, and I was like, hey, my emblem on my Phantom is ledge. Let me toss some red cubes on it. So I got 3-line attack and like 5 or 6 red cubes, something like under a pack. So I was like, holy shit, I don't even have that on my main. So I took advantage of the Nitrope event, yoinked it. Now my Phantom's dead forever. Yes, yes, yes. Other stuff that's in my inventory that I think I need to talk about. My Oz rings, yes, yes. During the Goo Island event, I pulled my very own Roar 4. I was, I was preparing for the double box event, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna grind Oz every single day. I'm gonna get like 300-400 boxes and open it, and surely I'll get a Roar 4. I opened my boxes on the first day after like the first 4 runs, and it was the literal first box that I opened. So, I I was like, oh cool, I get to AFK now. Sick. Other rings that I use is Totaling Ring, Risk Taker 4, and Crisis HM. I don't really use Weapon Jump unless I'm in Dojo, but I haven't done Dojo in a very long time. These are my drop gear. Just some are 2 lines, some are 1 line. And yeah, nothing too special about those. Oh yeah, my pets. 43, 42, 45. They're all premium pet scrolled from various event shops. And I upgraded to all of these petite Luna pets for the 30 attack, basically. And I named this guy Sasuke. I think that's it. I have some transparent dark boss items, and I have this ring that my friend gave me, but it's also a solid ring, so it's very useless, even though it looks really nice. I'll probably toss it on one of my mules somewhere when I remember, but I keep forgetting. And yeah, I think that's it for my gear. I'm gonna show you my links, I guess. These are the links that I use for bossing, and this is my permanent hyper passives. I do all 3 in quad, 1 in frailty to boss, and 1 showdown enhance, because I'm too lazy to reset all the time. I know this one's technically a little bit better, but I don't really need the damage, so I just put it in for the drop rate. And for Spirit of Freedom, if I'm not bossing, if I'm doing like covert or dojo, which I don't really dojo, but if I do, I'll use Core Aura, which is 32 luck and 30 weapon attack. Nothing too special. It's kind of just I spent like 40-50 bucks on it, which is like good enough, I think. What else did I want to show? These are my V Matrix that I use. Solar Crest, it's level 20 now. I am going to get 2 extra EXP node stones from Burning Road once the World Leap happens. So that's exciting. And oh yeah, and my actual biggest project that I've been working on for the past few months is my Legion. I am 8672k. 8672 Legion total level. And yeah, so I've been just training away. My main's 280, my second main is 271. I have a third NightLord at 263, but this should be a Blade Master, except I'm training it / farming as a NightLord. I have 250 the Hayato for crit damage, 250 the Phantom for Meso, 250 the Shade for crit damage. This was 250 a long time ago. This was 250 a long time ago, and I'm currently working on a Jet. It's 246. Should be like 250 in the upcoming week or so. So, yeah, I think what I have planned, I plan to get to 9k within the next year, and it's just gonna be from my AB, my Demon Avenger. I'm gonna train a Pathfinder 250 and change it to a Marksman for the crit rate. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this Demon Avenger because it's Terra burned. I'm gonna 250 Akana. I'm gonna 250 a Wild Hunter. and a Shadower / Kadena eventually. And I think that's it. That should put me like very close, if not at 9k. So this is my final stat. I think a year ago I was 60 something k stat, but I am 81k clean right now, and I'm not using any like stat boosters or anything. If anything, I think my stats lower compared to the amount of damage I output, due to the fact that some of my stuff is ICOG'd instead of primed. I fucked up my IA because during the time where my party and I were trying to go for the first Saren clear, I was trying to figure out how to survive all the FMAs. So I was like, I got a curring, and it's a beginner skill, so I could technically CD skip it. So I rolled away 38% buff duration, and I rolled it away, and I got 20% crit. So I kind of wanted to keep it, but I rolled that away too in pursuit of a CD skip. I didn't get it in in 10 mil honor. I didn't get crit CD skip, so I was like, fuck. But you know, it's okay. We cleared Saren anyways without it. It's no biggie. Oh yeah, I should also show my familiars. I am way too much NX into familiars with 0 legendary familiars. So I am not planning on anytime soon doing more. But this is my best one. I got lucky with it. Got a 2-line on unique, which is hella rare. And the 30 IED from this familiar makes up for the IED that I lost on my emblem. And these are just 40 boss, nothing too special. And the badges are just your typical 4 IED, 3 attack, and the rest is just whatever. Right. And I believe that is it. Yeah. I showed off everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and listening to me rambling. If you guys want any other content, such as like, you know, bossing videos from my Hoyoung, or like if you want to see my Hoyoung's gear vids, let me know. I'm also working on liberating a dual blade right now, / just working on my Legion in general. So if you guys have any questions or anything that you want to see me do, let me know in the comments. And yeah, feel free to subscribe. You don't have to. It's just for fun. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. じゃあね。